Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring, and my review of issue 62 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest magazine, the Partworks publication from Hachette Publishing in association with Games Workshop, which comes out every week priced at $7.99. As a subscriber, I get 4 issues once a month in a bundle, and this is the last issue from my current bundle. The magazine itself is an introduction to Warhammer 40,000 and normally comes with plastic miniatures, although sometimes you get paints and brushes and hobby supplies. In this issue, we get some Galvanic Servohaulers, which are some very cool little machines. Let's take a look at those first. So here are the Galvanic Servohaulers. We get one frame in glorious brown, which makes 2 different vehicles. They're like little bulldozer type things with crane attachments. The kind of things you might see tootling around on a dock or something in a dystopian future environment. They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. And this is one frame from a set of 2. There's another frame that makes a big crane, so we'll be getting the crane in a future issue. If you were to buy the box set, which has both frames in, you would be paying £30. So we're looking at a frame with a value of £15 if you split the value of the box. So $7.99 for the magazine, and you're getting £15 of plastic with it. So you're looking at a saving of about £7 and a penny, which is pretty decent. And like I say, you're getting 2 nifty little machines. I like them a lot. They're sort of that classic imperial gothic old archaic machines that some of it's almost steampunk. Normally, when you see these painted up, you see them painted up all rusty and looking a bit knackered. But the painting guides in Warhammer 40,000 Conquest don't normally do things like rusting techniques and chipped paint and that sort of thing. So we'll probably end up with some very clean looking bulldozers. But let's have a look at the magazine, because there's not really a lot I can say about these guys other than I like them. They're cool. So on the cover of the magazine, we can see the 2 servo haulers that we're going to get. And like I say, you can see they look a little bit rusty and beat up. But they're cool. I really like them. Like sort of weird tractor bulldozer thingies. Official term. Inside the magazine, we start off with some stuff about the Crimson Fists. So fluff. The disaster on Rin's world. I don't really know much about Rin's world. I know that it's where the campaign is set for Aeronautica Imperialis. That's a book I still haven't purchased, that I meant to and haven't got around to. And then we've got stuff on successor chapters. And then we're into Vanguard Veterans, and we have some very cool imagery here of some Space Marines doing what Space Marines do best. He has got a hammer. Because sometimes the best way to make your point is to make it with a blunt object. A little bit more rapid response. More cool artwork and some cool painted miniatures. Yep, don't want any of those guys dropping down on you in the middle of a battle. And then we're into a section on Adeptus Custodes. These are the right arm of the Emperor. They used to strut around with the Emperor, looking all golden and stuck up. And then they spent years just standing around guarding him. Probably being very bored. I have a single unit of the Adeptus Custodes because they came in the Burning of Prospero board game. Yep, the Custodes strike back. Not the best sequel. And then we have, here we go. We have the Talons of the Emperor. So we've got the Custodes, we've got the Emperor there. And then we've got Sisters of Silence, and I also have a unit of those, again, from Burning of Prospero. Very cool miniatures. Unfortunately, not the coolest game. It was good, not great. And then we have a little bit more on the Adeptus Custodes. We have a showcase with their crazy bikes. And look how cool these guys look. Look at him. Absolute beast. They've got these huge lance things. Guardian spears, I think they're called. Which actually have bolters integrated into them. So you can actually get stabbed by something and then shot with it at the same time. And a good time was had by all. And then we are into our build guide for the Galvanic Servohaulers. Relatively straightforward. Pretty much just sandwich all the bits together, stick the bit on the front. Yeah, stick the claw on the top. And then pretty much the same deal with this guy. Build options. There are build options. It says some of the components in this kit are interchangeable and can be assembled in several different ways. We recommend that you follow the build instructions in this assembly guide, as this will make it far easier for you to follow the paint guide that follows this section. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because obviously these are slightly more advanced kits, but they're giving you a set guideline thing and say, well, if you want to follow these guides exactly, that's going to make life easier, but you are free to do what you want. It might have been nice to have had another section on alternative build options. But hey-ho. We are then into the painting, and we're going for red. We're going for red. It's yellow on the cover, but we are going for red. I don't think they've even given us any yellows yet in the paints. I'm trying to recall now. We're 60 odd issues into the series. I can't remember what they've given and what they haven't. Again, these paint guides are solid, nice close-up images, easy to follow, basic techniques, good tabletop results. Can't complain, really. Can't complain. Well, I mean, I can, and I do, but you know, that's just me. And they have actually used dry brushing here, Necron Compound, just to make it look a little bit like paint flecks have come off. So they have done a little bit of weathering, but certainly not to the degree that this one has been weathered, for example. Wouldn't it have been great if they had included instructions on that? But I'm assuming that's using some of the technical rust paints and things that Games Workshop provides. And I don't think this magazine is going to really touch the technical stuff like that. But anyway, we are now into the new rules that come with the Galvanic Servohaulers. So, what are the rules? It says when a model targets an enemy infantry model that has all of its models within 3 inches of a Galvanic Servohauler, the target unit receives the benefit of cover if the shooting model is closer to the Galvanic Servohauler than it is to the target, and the target is at least partially obscured from the point of view. Okay, so it's cover. It's cover. The Galvanic Servohauler lifter unit. The larger of the two servohaulers, this piece of equipment is designed to grab and lift machinery, crates, and other mechanical equipment and storage devices. That's not instructions. That's just fluff. That's just fluff. I thought it was gonna give some instructions on how you could use it to grab someone, pick them up, wave them around a bit. At the moment, this is just examples of using them as cover. And then we are into a new scenario, the Evacuation. So, if you watched my last video, which was a bit of a shower, really, the scenario was a mess. You couldn't play it. It was missing a piece of printed terrain you were supposed to use. The map was wrong. It was just a shambles. So let's hope this one is better. We have the Hauler Heist. 2 Galvanic Servohaulers stand idle at the center of an abandoned loading bay. The Space Marines move into the factory looking to reactivate the machines and use them to tear down Death Guard barricades and defenses. They are not alone, for the Death Guard lie in wait. Dun, dun, dun. The Galvanic Servohaulers are the objectives in this mission. To control an objective, you must have more than models within 3 inches than your opponent. If a player controls a Galvanic Servohauler at the start of their movement phase, they may move it 6 inches in any direction. Oh, that's cool, so you sort of pilot it. So what is the aim then? Victory conditions. The first player to eliminate an enemy unit, 1 victory point. Enemy warlord slain, 1 victory point. Each objective controlled at the end of the game, 1 victory point. And the game lasts for 5 battle rounds. Okay, so basically you get near the objectives to score the points, and you can actually pilot them away from the enemy to better secure them and get them fully ensconced in your army. Okay, well, that's cool. That's like, it's another objective grab. They've done a lot of objective grabs in the magazine in recent issues. I think maybe the last 10 missions or so have all been grab the objectives. But at least this is something a little bit new. The objectives can be driven around a little bit. Anyway, that's it. That's everything in the magazine. Let's have a look at what's coming up next. In issue 63, we have more Poxwalkers, which, if you watch my previous videos, I'm a little bit disappointed about those. But hey, you know, what are you going to do? And then in 64, we have Astro Granite. Again, it was only a few issues ago they gave Astro Granite. And in that issue as well, it was just Astro Granite. And they're doing it again, just Astro Granite. That's very poor value and also boring. I understand they want to keep giving you refills, but who's looking forward to that? Who's looking forward to, oh, issue 64, more grey paint that I've had twice before. Ugh. Okay, moving on. I'll talk about that another time, because for now, that's it. I'm going to do a running total, which is the cost of subscribing to the magazine at $7.99 an issue versus the cost of purchasing all the products from the cover of the magazine at full retail price. So that's not taking into account any online discounts. That's not taking into account the value of the magazine itself, and it's not taking into account any free gifts and things like that. And hopefully some people will find that useful. But that is it from me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have liked the video, please consider pressing the like button. If you have really liked the video, please consider subscribing if you do not already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.